What's going on, Vol Nation? Frank Rock, House of Orange, TV 938 here on the East Coast. And I'm honestly shocked at this point. We don't know anything either way regarding Tony Vitello to the San Francisco Giants, but there's been, a little speculation. There's been some things today that's definitely, I think, worth talking about on here. Frank, House of Orange, hit that like, that share, that subscribe. Thank you for the support. Thank you for checking out the content this week. Tried to stay up to date on it as much as possible. I've tried to keep a pretty level head about this as well. I think I'm not going to say I understand the situation any better than anyone else, but I'll look at it from the perspective of college baseball versus Major League Baseball. Being a guy who's lived baseball my whole life, I get it with this decision. Tennessee, of course, scrimmaged inside of Neyland Stadium today. Fans were in attendance and said there was a good crowd on the porch that was out there. The crowd was, of course, chanting, wanting Tony Vitello to come back. It was put out here. I know Mike Wilson, I know of Knoxville News Sentinel, Ryan Shumpert, Rocky Top Insider, Eric King, VolQuest.com were all in attendance. They commented on it, said there was "We Want Tony" chants broke out. And it said Tony Vitello was really appreciative of it. Said he waved to the fans. He later threw a baseball up in the crowd. I don't think it had his signature on it, but it said something along the way of "much love" on it. Is at least what somebody posted on it. But then towards the end, said when the scrimmage was over, Vitello addressed the fans, said, "Thank you all. We've got meetings now," and that's nothing different than usual with the meetings. They meet, from what I understand, every day after practice. It was the same, Saturday when it was all there. I've gotten a little more news. I think, maybe apologized to the team for maybe not addressing the news and said there was nothing then. It was said today that, if I read this right, and I need to go back and find it here, that he told the team that he had not made a decision either way on that. And the fact that this thing keeps dragging on, it's going to go one of a couple ways with me. I don't know at this point if it's buyout. I don't know if it's, the money, if it's just both sides are stuck in negotiations with it, but there's something preventing this from going through. My gut instinct tells me Tony Vitello is going to take this job. But, like many have said, the longer it goes on, I think the better it is for Tennessee. That means he's thinking about it hard. And you got to think today with the fans coming out, probably did not help matters as far as him taking the San Francisco job there. There's still all the rumors out. I want to get into these rumors, and I just can't believe the rumors are basically to the point it seems like Tony Vitello and Danny White despise each other. The numbers come out. I saw it posted tonight. Baseball is making more revenue than Lady Vols basketball now. There was stuff yesterday. The fans were turning on Danny White. They turned on the Lady Vols. That's senseless. That's so ridiculous. I'm sorry. That is awful with it. We all want Tony Vitello to stay. We don't want him to go anywhere. Why in the hell are we turning on our own, though? Make it make some sense to me while we're turning on Danny White. Did we forget the shit show that was known as Tennessee Athletics from about 2008 till 2021? Did we all just freaking have amnesia and forget about that? Give me a break with that crap here. Sure, where there's smoke, there's fire a lot of times here. I'm still in the camp of, I'm not blaming Danny White for this. Could there be something with NIL funds and all that? Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not there. And neither is anybody else that's commenting on it. Either the ones that know, there's probably some people that know. Let's don't make any bones about that. I don't know how far it goes, though. But I will say this, though, as well, in that, it's Major League Baseball versus college baseball, guys. The San Francisco Giants are one of the most storied franchises in history. You don't freaking believe me? Go look it up. Okay? Take every other bias out of the equation on it. Go look up the San Francisco Giants and get back to me on where they're at. Yeah, I've had a bunch of you say, well, they can't compete with the Dodgers. I don't know Tony Vitello. I bet you the people I know who do know him would sit here and tell me that he would take that as a challenge. Could he go up and beat them? It's easier said than done right now. Nobody's having a lot of success with it. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't bet against Tony Vitello. And the fact that here's what's funny to me as well. So many fans don't want Tony Vitello to leave, yet, he won't succeed in Major League Baseball. What kind of belief is that in your coach? What kind of belief is that in it? Give me a break, man. Tony Vitello has succeeded in college. He went right after the big boys. At the time, Vanderbilt, LSU, he went right at them, did not blink an eye, and he conquered them. Yeah, LSU's the reigning national champion. Don't get me wrong. Those two are neck and neck right now. My guess is this year, national championship comes back to Knoxville. I will take that weekend rotation, whatever how it lines up of Coons, Mack, Arvidsson, Blanco, ever how they go in whatever order they go, and I'll put it against anybody in the country. This lineup that is bashing balls out of Lindsey Nelson Stadium every day is one of the best in the country that's coming out this year. This team's going to have a really good shot at it. Whether it's Tony Vitello, whether it's Josh Elander. Really, the only way I think this gets screwed up, this is just my opinion with it. I don't want Tony Vitello to go, but I really and truly think if Josh Elander takes over, I'm not going to say they won't miss a beat. Okay, I'm not going to say that at all. But I think they'll be fine, especially if you have Elander, Frank Anderson, and Frost Kivett stays. Maybe you move up Ricky Martinez. The two I could see going is Tony Vitello and Coach Everhart, strength and conditioning coach. I could see that happening. But we'll see. I've seen this as well, and it makes sense to me. Eric Kane said it today. It's not Danny White's thing to promote assistants. This is one time Danny White might want to think about doing that, because I'll tell you what, the most successful program you have got on campus right now is the Tennessee baseball team. Other programs are doing well. Don't get me wrong with that. National champion 2 years ago. And what I consider a little bit of a down year this past year, and they still made the super regionals. And this year they're going to have a chance, a real good chance again at a national championship. You don't upset the apple cart if you don't need to. If Tony Vitello goes and takes the San Francisco Giants job, you accept that. Again, it's Major League Baseball versus college baseball. I'm sorry, I've got to be – anybody that listens to me and knows me knows how much I love Tennessee baseball. My favorite one to follow on the Tennessee campus, but I'm also not naive enough to sit here and say Tennessee baseball is a better job than the San Francisco Giants. It's not, guys. It's just not. I don't care what you tell me. I don't care who in the hell they're competing against or not. That team, there's some talent on it. They're not afraid to spend money. So what's the holdup? Is it the buyout? Is it the salary? Because it's been said, of course, there is no income tax in Tennessee. There is one in California, so he's going to have to make a little more to even it out. But, is it coming down to responsibilities, duties? I've got to think he's going to have say-so in his roster. It's not going to be like, we're going to give you a team, you take who you get. He's going to have say-so. This is an unprecedented move. I appreciate the fact that the thoroughness of taking the time and getting it through. I'm shocked that we're sitting here at almost 10 o'clock and we don't know an answer tonight, though. And I'm not sure Tennessee's practice schedule. I'll try to find out on that tomorrow. But, it's possible since they scrimmaged today that maybe it's a light workout or something more. I'm not sure on that, but I'll definitely find out something with that. I will be even more shocked if we get through tomorrow and don't know something. And it would not surprise me if we don't learn something around noon. The time frame, of course, San Francisco is going to be 3 hours behind us here on the East Coast. So I wouldn't think we'll wake up. And I can't see this thing happening in the middle of the night. And I would think first, if Tony Vitello accepts the job, he'll let the team know before. And I hope that's the way it works out. I really hope to goodness that these players don't find out through the media before Tony Vitello's ever addressed them. That's That's not the way to do it. And I don't expect that to happen either. My final thoughts, my final opinions based on it all is we're going to be in the search for a new head coach. I hate to say it. I don't want that, but I'm realistic about it as well. The tea leaves to me lean towards him going to San Francisco. Yeah, there's the part, the longer it goes, yeah, maybe that's good news for Tennessee. But two, he's not negotiating another college job. He's negotiating a major league job. The one thing that could work out in Tennessee's favor is if Tony Vitello, I think I've seen his agents, Jimmy Sexton, they're playing hardball. One of San Francisco's candidates, Kurt Suzuki, took the Angels managerial job today. That's one off the board. Nick Hundley was a top candidate off the board. The Giants are getting in that territory. They're going to have to make a hire because there's numerous Major League Baseball openings. If Tony Vitello, Jimmy Sexton are playing hardball, the one thing it could work out in Tennessee's favor is the Giants say, we're done with this. We're walking away from this. We're moving on to someone else. But I've seen reports tonight. You don't know who to believe at this point in time other than, the guys I tend to believe are your national media guys, not over the local. Mike Wilson, Ryan Shumpert, Eric King, Ben McKee, when those guys tell it, you believe them. Kendall Rogers from D1 Baseball, Andrew Baggerly, the Athletic, Giants beat writer, Jeff Passan, Ken Rosenthal, some of these guys. If they report it, believe it on it, or there's legs to it if they report it. If Joe Blow on the Tennessee message board reports it, it may or may not be true. And the odds are it's not. But, we'll see. We'll see where this thing goes. Everybody's going to have a source tonight. My only ones I talk to that I know of, it is players' parents. I'm not outing them on here, but I will tell it that the ones I've messaged with or talked to, and they say things have gone quiet in Knoxville. And they say that is not the norm. That's as good as I've got as far as inside goes. I don't have really much more than that, but I can lend that out of some sources I have talked to. They're getting nothing, no feedback. And they said that is a bit different than normal. They normally get pretty quick communication out of. Take it how you will with it. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. Obviously, I'm about out for the night, but, get something up as quick as possible tomorrow because I got a feeling this thing will break probably before I get home tomorrow. And so as soon as I get in tomorrow afternoon, I'll get something recorded if it has broken either way at that point. Frank, House of Orange, have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you when I see you.